Good afternoon and welcome into Cavalier Field. Sorry about that. A few minor technical difficulties, but able to get it worked through. We enter into this game headed into the top of the fourth inning. It is the Denver Cougars with 2 and the Dodge City A's with 1. Denver Cougars coming to bat here in the top of the fourth. And I will get into a lineup here in just a second. So we will enter the lineup with Gavin Sherry at bat. Sherry 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Actually, it was Christian Powell. So Christian Powell at bat for the Denver Cougars. A 1-1 count to Powell. Takes that pitch and sends it off foul over the first base side. Powell down in the count 1-2. It was a 2-run home run that gave the Denver Cougars the 2-1 lead. Check swing, pitch delivered just a little bit outside, evens the count at 2 apiece. Peyton Welcher's on the mound for the Dodge City A's. Pitch and catches the inner part of the zone, a strikeout. And we will move on to Mike Bathauer. Bathauer, 1-0 count, now 2-0. Swung on, that is driven to game straight short, throw to first, in time, and now 2-0 for the Denver Cougars in the top of the fourth. So that will bring in Will Brazo. Brazo, the designated hitter for the Cougars today. Takes first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Walters delivers, that pitch fouled off, and pitch is driven out into the right center field gap. That'll be an extra base hit for Brasso. He's rounding first and will be in with a stand-up double. So the third hit now for the Denver Cougars, and that brings in the catcher, Clark Springs. First pitch to Springs from Walters. Takes that one and fouls it off back over the press box for strike number 1. Oh, delivery from Walters. They'll take a look back at second. Pitches in. It is popped up. Gardner giving chase. And that one's going to be caught by catcher. And that will be out number 3. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. The A's trailing 2-1. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. It is Rudy Gonzalez leading off for the Dodge City A's. He's down in the count 1-2 after he fouls that one off. A brief rain shower. Yeah, it's part of it. It's fouled off, and we'll do the 1-2 over again. Pitch is fouled off, back into the net. And that will be a strikeout for Rudy Gonzalez. So that will bring in Dawson Stutz. Stutz 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Takes first pitch he sees and fouls it off. Rather, that was a ball. One gets away from the catcher, just over the outside edge. 2-0 the count now to Dawson Stutz. Pitch right over the outer edge. Gets Stutz in the count at 2-1. Pitch is fouled off. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Sorry about that. Caleb Bowden at bat for the Dodge City A's. Runner on first. That pitch misses inside, and Stutz able to take advantage and slide into second. Pitch misses outside, throw to third. Not in time. Runner at third now for the A's. A 2-1 count to Caleb Bowden. Rain coming down here at Cavalier Field currently. Little pop-up thunder shower right over Dodge City. Pitch fouled off to the first base side, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. Easton Nichols, the pitcher for the Denver Cougars. We are in the bottom of the fourth of a 7-inning game. He's playing a doubleheader today after the game Friday was rained out. Pitch grounded to the first baseman. The fielder's choice, they throw home, and he's not able to haul it in, and that will move him over to second base. So that will bring in Preston Gamster. He'll fly out to the left fielder at number 2. So Gamster flies out to the left fielder, and that will bring in Brian Gardner. Gardner takes first pitch. He sees for ball number 1. Pitch and 4 strike evens the count at 1 apiece to Gardner. Dodge City is playing their second game of the season. Game 3 to come at about 7 p.m. tonight. Nichols looks back. Chases Bergman back to second base. Pitch. Grounded right at the third baseman. A fielding error, and that will score Bergman. And Gardner safely at first. So back-to-back errors have led to scoring by the third baseman. That will bring in Rivera. The A's have taken a 3-2 lead in this ballgame after plating 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. Threw over to first, not in time. And after a brief rain shower, things are looking good. We'll go back to work. Nichols on the mound for the Denver Cougars. He'll fire in, catches the outer edge of the zone for strike number 1. Nichols looks in. He's working from the third base side of the rubber. Takes a long look over at first. Fires. That ball's hit. It's a soft fly ball out into left field. It will be hauled in, and that is out number 3. That will end the inning for the A's, but A's score 2. They're leading 3-2 as we head to the top of the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Top of the 5th inning is Nolan Mayfellow leading off for the Denver Cougars. He is 1 for 1 on the evening. Takes first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Peyton Walters on the mound for the A's. That pitch over the outer edge. Strike number 1. Evens the count at 1 apiece. One delivery from Walters. Right down the middle, strike number 2. The A's played it around in the bottom of the 1st to give them a 1-0 lead. Cougars answered back with a 2-run home run in the top of the 3rd. Gave them a 2-run lead at the time. The A's scored 2 in the bottom of the 4th to make it now 3-2. 2-2 the count to Mayfellow. And he will go down on strikes, and we're headed up now will be Aiden Welsh. Welsh 1 for 1 on the evening. Takes that pitch. It'll be fouled off. Gets him down in the count 0-1. Back-to-back errors in the bottom of the fourth is what led to the scoring for the Dodge City A's. That pitch catches the outer edge of the zone for strike number 2. That has Welsh down in the count 0-2. Again, the A's playing a 7-inning game here. Another one to come with a 7 p.m. scheduled start time. Pitch fouled off, and we'll do the 0-2 over again. Decent crowd here at Cavalier Field for a Sunday afternoon game. Several fans hanging out now down in what would be considered the pavilion, the beer cart over there, off to the third base side. Some covered awning. Chased some of the fans out of the stands earlier with the brief rain shower. So we'll go back to work. 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. He'll go down on strikes, and that is 2 away now for the Cougars in the top of the fifth. That brings in Chase Bilbro. Bilbro 0 for 1 on the evening. Walter steps on the mound. He is getting his sign. Comes set. First pitch to Bilbro. Misses outside for ball number 1. Cutter that just didn't quite catch the zone. The 1-0 count to Bilbro. He shows bunt. Goes foul. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Bilbro will step out. We'll go back to work. The 1-1 delivery from Walters. Ball catches the outer edge of the zone. Gets him down in the count 1-2. Dodge City A's trying to avenge a 5-3 loss last night. That pitch down low, blocked by Rivera for ball number 2. And he'll go down on strikes. That will end the inning. Welcher strikes out the side. We're headed to the bottom of the fifth. A's 3, Cougars 2. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Cooper Schneider leading off for the A's in the bottom of the fifth. Schneider 1 for 2 on the evening. Takes first pitch, he sees for ball number 1. That pitch over the zone but low, 2-0. Delivery. That pitch well outside makes it 3-0. Now to Schneider. Pitch catches his zone. Makes it 3-1. Work beginning in the bullpen for the Denver Cougars. Schneider shows bunt, pulls back. He'll draw the leadoff walk, runner aboard for the Dodge City A's.
Next up at the A's, number 22, Jordan Black.
That will bring in Jordan Black. Black 0 for 1 on the evening, takes first pitch, he sees for strike number 1, a throw down to first, not in time. So we will go back to work. Two-run the count to Cooper. Jordan Black. Throw over to first. Not in time. Sends Snyder back into first after the leadoff walk. Jordan Black 0 for 1 in the evening. Or I guess rather afternoon, actually. Nichols comes set. The delivery. A high curveball makes it 3-1. And after an errant ball comes in from the Cougars bullpen, we'll have a short pause in play while that ball is thrown back to the bullpen. Pitch framed over the outer edge for strike number 2. Full count now to Jordan Black. Payoff pitch from Nichols. Looks in, he's got his sign and comes set. Takes a look over at first, the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled off, and we'll do it over again. So we'll do the payoff pitch over again. Pitch misses outside, back-to-back walks, puts runner on first and second for the Dodge City A's in the bottom of the fifth. Bottom of the fifth, the A's leading 3-2, and we're going to have a visit to the mound by the Denver Cougars. Head coach Mark Cirillo going to go out, pull the entire infield in, and they're going to have a conversation. There may be a pitching change. There's a pitcher down in the bullpen getting warm. So during this mound visit, since we never got to it, the A's lineup as it is currently. Juan Rivera leads off. He is the left fielder. Cooper Schneider in the 2-hole. He is the center fielder. Brandon Black batting third. He is the second baseman. Nolan Williams batting fourth, the DH. Rudy Gonzalez, the catcher, he is in the batting fifth. Batting sixth is Dawson Stutz, the third baseman. Batting seventh, Caleb Bergman, he is the right fielder. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 11. Number 16, Preston Gamster. And rounding out the lineup for the Dodge City A's is the first baseman, Brian Gardner. So we'll go back to work, an 0-1 count to Nolan Williams. Williams 0 for 2 on the evening. Runners on first and second with nobody out. Pitch swung on and missed. That'll get Williams down in the count 0-2.
No, you're good, bud. If you were on, yell at you.
The 0-2 delivery from Nichols. One's popped up. Catcher giving chase. He's got a beat on it. He'll haul it in for out number 1. That fielded just off the plate. Not enough room for runners to advance. They'll stay at first and second with one away now. That brings in the catcher, Rudy Gonzalez. Gonzalez 0 for 2 on the evening. Nichols kicks and fires. That pitch is driven out into the right center field gap. It'll be played. The throw home will be cut off, and that will put runners on the corners for the Dodge City A's. 1 run scores. The A's take a 4-2 lead. An RBI single by Rudy Gonzalez. We'll bring in Dawson Stutz. Stutz came around and scored in the last inning, and that will put Jordan Rodriguez on as a pinch runner. This league, the Rocky Mountain League, Rocky Mountain Baseball League plays with a courtesy runner for the catchers. So it does not count as a pinch runner, it's just a courtesy runner that we can use in this league, and that would be Jordan Rodriguez on at first for the Dodge City A's. 1 away. Dawson Stutz 1-0. That curveball, that's hit on the ground. It'll go through the gap, and that will put runners on first and second. Another run scores, a 5-2 ball game for the Dodge City A's. Runners on first and second with 1 away. And we're going to have another mound visit. This one will likely result in a pitching change. So we're going to step aside. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Jackson Nutter takes over on the mound for the Denver Cougars. And we will go back to work. Caleb Bergman at bat for the Dodge City A's. Jackson Nutter, the righty for the Denver Cougars. First pitch hit at the shortstop, throw to second in time, throw to first. They're going to say he turns double play, and that will end the inning. One pitch, 2 outs, and that will send us to the top of the 6th. Will be the Denver Cougars coming to bat when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. A 2-1 count for the Denver Cougars here in the top of the 6th. Peyton Walters out for his 6th inning of work for the A's. That pitch misses outside, makes it 3-1. Brady Webb at bat for the Denver Cougars. He is 0 for 2 on the evening. Pitch misses outside. A leadoff walk will put the runner aboard. The Cougars trailing 5-2. This is a 7-inning game, so the last 6 outs for the Cougars as it stands right now. That will bring in Gavin Sherry. Sherry 0 for 1. That pitch right over the heart of the plate, in for strike number 1. A's looking to avenge the loss from last night. before they go on the road to take on the Game Day Angels in Colorado tomorrow. 1-1 the count to Sherry. Pitch up high, throw back to first.
Good job.
Gardner just not quite able to handle it. That might have been an out, but he's back in safe, and will go back to work with a 2-1 count to Gavin Sherry. Pitch framed over the outer edge, evens the count at 2 apiece. Swung on and missed, and Sherry will go down on strikes. 1 away for the Denver Cougars. That will bring in Christian Powell. Powell is 0 for 2 in this ball game, with the runner on at first. 3 hits for the Cougars on 2 runs, 3 errors. The Dodge City A's with 5 runs on 6 hits and no errors. Swung on and missed. That will get Powell down in the count, 0-1. Peyton spent time up in the broadcast booth with me last night helping do the live stream, so thank you for that help. Throw over to first, not in time. Last night's starting pitcher Caden Norman up helping do stats and live stream today. The 0-1 delivery from Walters. Pitches hit and fouled off. Gets Powell down in the count, 0-2. Pitch misses outside. Makes it 1-2 now. Batter interference is called on Powell, out number 2 for the Denver Cougars. That will bring in Mike Bathauer. Bathauer 0 for 2. Takes first pitch he sees outside for ball 1. Peyton Walters. Not much to talk about as far as stats. Went to Garden City Community College this year. Made 5 appearances, 10.2 innings pitched, and 8.44 ERA. That pitch is outside, makes it 2-0 to Bathauer. Runner on first, 2 away for the Denver Cougars as they see their chances to try to cut into this lead starting to go slim. Swung on and missed. Gets Bathauer into the count at 2-1. Walter struck out 16, allowing 19 hits. 2 of those home runs, walked 2, 3 hit by pitch, and 15 runs. His longest outing, 5.1 innings. So he's already eclipsed that as he's now into the 6th, so this would be 5.2. Now, more than his longest. A 3-1 count to Bathauer. Throw over to first, not in time. Pitch is fouled off straight back. There'll be a full count now for Bathauer. Walters will step onto the rubber. He's got his sign and come set. The payoff pitch. Fired in. It's in, and Bathauer bends backwards, but high and inside, and that will be ball 4. Runners now at first and second for the Denver Cougars. That will bring in the catcher, okay, so this is Will Brossel. So Brossel, 1 for 2 on the afternoon. First pitch in for strike number 1. Pitch is fouled off, gets Brossel down in the count, 0-2. This being a 7-inning game, the Cougars now down to their final 4 outs to try to cut into this 5-2 lead. Walters fires. That one's fouled off straight back. We'll do the 0-2 over again. O2 delivery from Walters. That pitch cranked on, hit out to center field. Schneider has a beat on it. He'll haul it in. Out number 3. That will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. The A's leading 5-2. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Take this opportunity to thank some of our sponsors that make live streaming and playing Dodge City A's possible. Our Grand Slam sponsors at City of Dodge City and Ford County, Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas, Curbs Law Office, Lewis Automotive Group, and McDonald's Keel Enterprises, LLC. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's Baseball. Jackson Nutter returns to the mound for the Denver Cougars after 1 pitch, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th, and we will go to work with Preston Gamster. Gamster 0 for 2 on the afternoon. He will face the righty Nutter. First pitch he sees high for ball number 1. The A's pitch in, catches the outer edge of the zone, evens the count at 1 apiece. Amster takes that one. It's hit out towards left field. The left fielder's got a beat on it, though, and hauls it in for out number 1. So that will bring in Dawson Stutz. Brian Gardner. Helps if I look at the lineup right. Brian Gardner steps in for the Dodge City A's. 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. So after this game, take a short break. We'll be back at 7 o'clock for game number 2 of the afternoon. That pitch over the outer edge of the zone gets him down in the count 0-2. 0-2 delivery from Nutter. Swung on and missed, and he'll go down on strikes for out number 2. That will turn the lineup over for the Dodge City A's, back with Juan Rivera. Rivera, the left fielder. He is 0 for 1. Pitch misses for ball number 1. Rivera 0 for 2, actually. Swung on, and that one twists foul down the third base side. Gets Rivera down in the count 0-2. Yeah, 1-1 the count. Nutter with a 1-1 delivery. That one swung on and fouled off. Gets Rivera down in the count 1-2. Could be the last at bat for the Dodge City A's in this ball game. Pitch outside, evens the count at 2 apiece. A grounder hit up at the shortstop, throw to first. That'll be gathered in time. That will end the inning. We head to the top of the 7th. A's leading 5-2. We're going to take this opportunity to thank our home run sponsors, Conant Construction LLC, Dodge City Kenworth, Duke Energy, I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, Jimmy John's, Parker Haskins Insurance Incorporated, Rabine Brothers Law Firm Incorporated, Rabine Brothers Law Firm, Service Master, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Will Fisher Distributing, and Walmart. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Well, here we go, fans, back at Cavalier Field. Peyton Welcher's on the mound, trying to go for the complete game in this one. By far eclipsing his previous longest outing, 5.1 innings. He's gone 6 so far. Has faced 23 batters and struck out 9. So here we go after rendition of Sweet Caroline. Walters feeling it. First pitch, that one's hit out into left field. One pitch, one out, and the Denver Cougars are down to their final 2 outs to cut into this lead. Rivera there to haul that one in, and we will go to work with this will be Nolan Marthello. 1 for 2 on the afternoon. First pitch he sees bounces in front of the opposite batter's box for ball number 1. Nine strikeouts in this game also eclipse Welcher's high of 8. Pitch misses, gets Marthello in the count at 2-0. One over the outer edge makes it 2-1. Walters trying to go for the complete game for the A's to give the A's their first win of the season. Swung on and missed. That'll even the count at 2 apiece. It'll be the A's and Cougars again here when we resume after the completion of this game. That one set for a 7 o'clock first pitch. So we'll be back. We'll close down this live stream and make an all new one for that game. 3-2 the count now to Marthello. The payoff pitch from Walters. He's got his sign and comes set. The delivery just misses outside, and that will put runner aboard for the Denver Cougars. We'll bring in Aiden Welsh. Welsh 1 for 2 in this game. A's leading 5-2. First pitch to Welsh. High for ball number 1. One-0 delivery, swung on and missed. That'll even the count out 1 apiece to Welsh. Gardner holding Marthello on at first. Swung on and missed, and Welsh down in the count 1-2. Walters had 98 pitches coming into this inning. 1-2 delivery. Up high, evens the count at 2 apiece. Nobody in the bullpen for the A's, so this inning is Walters to finish. Swung on and missed, and Welsh will go down on strikes out number 2. That'll bring in Chase Bilbro for the Denver Cougars. And nope, we're going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Matt Bathauer pinch hitting for Bilbro. So this will be the first at bat for Bathauer in this game. Bathauer hit in last night's game. Matt, the 2-hole hitter in last night's game, went 0 for 5. Takes first pitch he sees and fouls it off, down in the count 0-1. And the Denver Cougars now down to what could be their final 2 strikes. The final out for the Cougars to try to garner at least 3 runs to tie this ball game. That pitch is fouled off, down in the count 0-2. 0-2 delivery. A broken bat as that one flies over the top of the fence. That pitch falls foul. Bathauer's going to need new lumber. That bat was snapped in half. First broken lumber of the season here at Cavalier Field. It's part of playing wood bats in this league. Most of these guys play aluminum metal bats during the school year. So we'll go back to work, an 0-2 count. The delivery just misses outside, makes it 1-2. Walters looks in, he's got his sign and comes set. A 1-2 delivery. Pitch driven out to right field. Caleb Bergman there to haul that one in. That will end this one. A's take game 2, 5-2. Peyton Walters goes a complete game. We'll talk about some wrap-up stats when we come back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back in as we wrap this one up. The A's win this one 5-2. And more importantly, move to 1-1 in the early goings of this 2023 Rocky Mountain League season. A's let it off with scoring in the bottom of the first as they plated runs on some defensive miscues by the Denver Cougars. Cougars then tied it up in the top of took the lead in the top of the third as they hit a 2-run home run that gave them a 2-1 lead. The A's answered back in the bottom of the fourth, taking advantage of a couple of errors that led to some scoring as the A's then took a 3-2 lead and added 2 more in the bottom of the fifth to give them the 5-2 win. Peyton Walters goes a complete game for the Dodge City A's. Walters faces 27 batters. He throws 115 pitches in the complete outing. Strikes out 10. No hit batters. 3 hits on 2 runs. And the Denver Cougars will only strand 4. The Cougars pitching staff combined to face 28 batters. They strike out 3. Only 3 runs are earned as the 2 runs in the bottom of the fourth will be unearned as they were scored on errors. So the A's improved to 1-1 on the season, and we will play another 7-inning game. That game coming up here at 7 p.m. It'll be a new live stream. The A's win this one 5-2. Thank you for listening along. I am Justin Hergert saying so long and farewell. We'll be back in just over an hour with Game 2. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.